Good people, this is huge. Cross-sharing is finally coming to once human, and I'm just gonna say it, this should have been in the game at launch. But still, we're finally getting it at the end of March, and it's bringing some massive changes. So today we're diving into what's actually being shared, what you need to do after cross-sharing is live, how they're handling compensation, and is this even fair? Well friends, I have some thoughts on that, and I really want to hear your opinion too. Will this affect how you play the game in any way? Let me know in the comments. Now let's break it all down. Cross-sharing means that most of your progress, items, blueprints and even in-game currency will be shared across all characters on your account. For example, if you unlock a blueprint on one character, every character you have or create will have access to it. Some things were already cross-shared, like some cosmetics, but this update makes the system much broader. So let's go through what's being shared, and there are two parts to it. And first up, we have all the stuff that'll be shared across all your characters. But here's the thing, you have to log in on each character individually after cross-sharing goes live, or that character's data won't merge. And with that out of the way, first we have mods. All mods from every character will be combined and shared. Mods will be placed in a shared mod backpack with a total of 2000 slots. And this is important, excess mods will be converted into mod parts. Now this is how they'll prioritize what mods that are kept if you exceed 2000 slots. Mods that are equipped, locked or enhanced. Mods with the highest total attribute levels. Mods with the same attribute level will be prioritized based on rarity. And by the way, if enhanced mods are not retained, all the enhancement materials used will be refunded. So with all this in mind, it might be a good idea to start organizing your mods ahead of time. And then we have weapon accessories. All accessories will be accessible across all characters. Simple as that. We also have cosmetics. This includes fashion pieces, vehicles, weapons, emotes and actions. And it also includes name cards, furniture formulas and some recipes and formulas. Now they have said that exceptions will be clearly labeled. Certain tokens will also be shared, like emblem unlock items as well as weapon renaming cards. And by the way, duplicate weapon accessories, cosmetics and formulas will be disassembled during the merging process. Now it's time for the second part. So, some resources won't be fully combined, but instead they'll be taken from the character with the highest blueprint collection level. And friends, here's what's being shared, but remember, it's only taken from the character with your highest blueprint collection level. And first we have Stellar Stairway Progress. And then Wish Machine status and Draw status. We also have blueprints, blueprint fragments as well as the blueprint collection level. And the next is Star Chrome quantity, and by the way, it can be a good idea to utilize the Star Chrome on characters that aren't your highest blueprint collection level. And finally we have Phantom Cube quantity. And by the way, all keyword effects will also be reset, and an equivalent amount of Phantom Cubes will be refunded, allowing you to redeem new keyword effects. And since they'll only choose the character with the highest blueprint collection level, let's move on to what you get as compensation. Let's say you have multiple characters with different blueprint collection levels. You're probably wondering, do I just lose all that progress on my other characters? And the answer is no, sort of. They will not combine everything together, but they will compensate you with Star Chrome, and this will be based on the total blueprint collection level of your other characters. Let's look at an example. If you have 3 characters, A, B and C with the following blueprint collection levels, then character A will be used for sharing, meaning all characters on your account will have access to most of its progress, as well as blueprints and resources. The remaining characters, B and C, will be used to determine your compensation. Their blueprint collection levels will be added together, and in this example it all adds up to 90. And finally, we can use this table to check how much compensation we would get in this example. And as you can see, that would be 12,000 Star Chrome. So, why not just combine everything? That's a good question. The devs actually answered this. Aggregating these resources would create a significant and insurmountable gap between players who focus on one character and those who play multiple characters. So basically, they think fully merging everything would be unfair to solo character players. Another question they answered is, won't players with multiple characters get way more compensation? And the answer is yes, but they believe this balances the grind and makes progression fair for all players. Now, what do you think? Should they have merged everything, or do you think this is a fair approach? Let me know in the comments. And by the way, the blueprint conversion limit is increasing to 15 with 6 attempts per week. On top of that, we'll get 10 free conversions after the update to help adjust our builds. Also, if you have 2 or more characters at collection level 90+, you'll get a thank you gift via in-game mail within 3 days. Nothing stat related, just a small bonus. One important thing to mention that's also coming to Once Human is the account depot. This lets you transfer items between characters using Eternal Land. And by the way, the account depot will be located in the Space-Time backpack, and this is how it will work. You deposit items into the account depot in Eternal Land. They get converted into Space-Time backpack items. You can withdraw them to a scenario backpack using resource points. Now, some things worth noting. You can deposit items from your scenario backpack into the account depot right away without waiting for the season settlement. Also, items cannot be transferred into novice scenarios. And by the way, items not sent to the Space-Time backpack during season settlement won't be transferable between characters for now. The devs did say they'll optimize this in future updates to allow more item transfers, so hopefully that improves over time. So, this update could fundamentally change the way many people play Once Human. Why this is awesome? Creating new characters now feels more meaningful and less restrictive. No more starting from scratch on blueprints and Starcrom. You can play on different servers and scenarios without losing progress. Your grind on one character benefits all your characters. But is it perfect? Some people might say that the compensation system is flawed and that they should have just merged everything instead of keeping the highest level only. Personally, I think this is a massive step forward. I've always wanted to make new characters, but I never did because I didn't want to grind everything again. Now I can jump into different servers, create multiple characters in different scenarios, and I can do all of this while not feeling like I'm losing progress on my main. What do you think? Are you excited for this? Do you think the compensation is fair? What would you change? Let me know in the comments, I always read them. That's it for this one. If you found this helpful, drop a like and consider subscribing for more Once Human content. And seriously, I want to hear your opinions in the comments. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.